So this side of the air handler with the doors and the gentleman standing there is the side you'll see walking in the double access doors from outside the mechanical room. Now shifting back to the return air plenum section, and now we're coming down the side of the air handler that the refrigerant piping will run along. Down the low part of the cooling coil here, you can see the suction line connections. The liquid line connections were added after this video was shot. Those penetrations are there. And then the single connection just forward of that with the drain connection shown here with the trap. So there's an idea of the height, right around 20 to 24 inches for the suction lines coming out.
And then from the trap back to it,
it's a couple of feet
kind of just lateral.
The drain pan connection,
yeah,
back to the refrigerant connection. The coil is just on the other side of it. So there you can see it's about 22 inches back to those connections. You can see how far out the trap sticks, just about 16 inches. And now we're going to get a series of measurements. So the fan section is 57 3/4 inches long. The coil section measures in at 54.5 inches long. The filter section is the largest, and it's 68 3/4 inches long, so hopefully slides through the double doors into the mechanical room. And then the shortest section, 30.5 inches for the mixing box or return air plenum. The overall height of all of the modules is 71.5 inches. And then the overall width of the entire air handler is 84 inches. So I'll send a copy of this document along. The most important item on this page is a level and flat housekeeping pad. Because you're going to put one air handler section in, the supply fan first, and then pull in the other items.
Yep.
Jonathan's showing you that you're going to use a chain fall between those two points to pull it together, and then you'll connect these two bolts shown here. Again, the instructions are something I'll send along, but the most important part is that you need to have the air handler square and level, so within 1/8 of an inch. And that the most important part to help in that is to have the pad both level and flat without undulations or waves in the concrete. So inside the air handler, the floor is turned up, and it comes together with the two pieces of gasket between the turned up floor, and then we put a cap over top of it. So this is video showing you inside the mixing box or return air plenum, the turned up floor, and you can see the black gasket in between it. And then we'll show you video in a little bit of the cap and what it looks like. So that's a combination temperature probe and relative humidity probe that was just shown on the opposite wall. And that's a close-up of the turned up floor.
Go ahead.
So here's the cap that will be put on, and you can caulk that before it goes down. Now we'll talk about the wall assembly. So the walls have T's or two males that come together, and there's gasket in between. And this is the finished product. So this has a cap over top of it and screws in. So this is the cap going on.
And the holes are pre-drilled
in it, so you'll caulk, put that on.
Yep.
Just like Jonathan's saying, press the cap in and then put screws in, and then run a bead of caulk down the outside seam. And again, all these instructions are in the documentation that I'm photographing. The roof section is very, very similar, where there's capping, and you use a combination of caulk and the screws to put the roof caps on. And there's a view of the roof cap. Again, very similar to the sidewall exterior cap. In the supply fan, it ships with a tie down. You see there on the left-hand side, shipping tie down, and that needs removed.
Yeah, man.
And here's our factory representative pointing to it. So those will be removed prior to operation. Those are shipped.
Yeah, there you go. Here you go. Do it again.
This is the operation of the filter section. To remove a filter, swing that bracket open, and then because of the weight of the filters, you'll pull that slide
Point
out.
to the test
Those
canister.
are test
Good.
ports that he's showing you.
Good.
3
Cool.
test ports.
Point to the post filter. Oh, yeah.
And the test
Sorry.
canister
Yeah.
also provided.
Velcro.
He's showing you a
Good.
Velcro strap on the post filter.
Check.
So a 4-inch post filter gets installed downstream of
Gauges.
the carbon filter to catch any carbon that might come through. And those are the 3 filter gauges. Now we'll see the 3 filter gauges from inside the air handler. Those are DPs across the pre-filter, the HEPA filter, and the HEGA carbon filter. And here's a shot of the control section. So top to bottom, airflow monitoring station, the UC600 panel, and then an expansion module panel. Then to the left, the variable frequency drive and its disconnect on the bottom.